thank you so much. It's my honor to have this opportunity to sit down and speak to our great Attorney General, Kit Ellison, and also with Senator from her.
Yes, yes.
I think it's so much. As I know, Kit Ellison is the 30th Attorney General in the office of Minnesota. Right?
It's true.
All right, and in 2006, you were elected to be to represent Minnesota as a fifth congressionals at this Congress level.
Yes.
And thank you for serving our community for the state of Minnesota.
Thank you.
And I'd like to say thank you so much for making your time available for us to discuss about issues in the Minnesota and also in our community.
This is my honor.
Yeah. So, well, attorneys, let's tell us about who you are and what do you do and what is your passion about the state of Minnesota.
Who I really am is I'm a public servant. I believe in the betterment and the improvement of the community. This certainly includes the Hmong community. It means that I want to see people be prosperous and make good money, have all their civil rights, including immigration justice, and I know we're going to talk about that. These are the essential things. The two things I want to do as Attorney General is, one, help everyone afford their life. That means afford your rent, get good pay, be treated fairly as a consumer. And the other thing is make sure everyone lives with dignity and respect. That means stop discrimination, be treated fairly by the criminal justice system, be treated fairly by the immigration system, like civil rights, human rights for everyone. That's who I am.
Okay. So as the general attorneys, what does the office here do for the state of Minnesota?
I'm the chief lawyer for the state of Minnesota. So any legal matter the state has, my office handles that, and I lead my office. So as Attorney General, any problem going on with Department of Corrections, Department of Human Services, the Board of Pharmacy, any of these organizations, my lawyers represent the state. But we have another very important responsibility, and that is suing on behalf of the people of the state whenever the people's rights are violated. So we sued Comcast, we sued CenturyLink, we sued Juul, the vaping company, because of deceptive and trade practices and targeting young people. Sometimes we sue landlords who are unfair to people. Sometimes, not the good ones, the bad ones. We really
the one who crossed the line, right?
The ones who crossed the line. And so we just make sure that the consumer laws are obeyed, that people are treated with fairness and dignity, and we try to work out problems. I mean, we don't sue every time there's a problem. Sometimes we try to bring people together to mediate a problem. So if a business make a mistake, we'll say, okay, we're going to talk about that. But if they keep on making it and we tell them don't do it and they still do it, then we might have to sue them.
Like the T-Mobile.
Like T-Mobile, Sprint. We didn't think that was the right, we didn't think that was a good settlement. So we challenged it. So we challenged them. So these are the kind of things that we do. We try to stand up for the working people, the consumers, the small business people, the small farmers. These are the things we're concerned about.
And those are for the interest of the community, the citizens.
Absolutely, in the interest of the citizens, of all citizens, young people, old people, middle-aged people, people of all colors, all backgrounds. Fairness, liberty, and justice for all. That's what we believe in.
And I believe you have done so much of those already. Okay. Well, another question for you is, as you know, besides those issues, right now we have the deportation issues.
Very serious problem.
And so what do you stand on that? What do you
well, let me tell you.
do with the Hmong community?
Well, let me tell you, we are using all of our authority, all of our energy to try to help for immigration justice. The chief deputy here is a man named John Keller. He used to run the Immigrant Law Center. And we have intervened in a number of situations to try to protect people from being treated with unfairness when it comes to the immigration system. Ultimately, the immigration system is federal in nature, but we use our state authority to challenge it where we can. So, for example, we're suing to stop this wall where they're diverting resources from the state to build Trump's wall.
Right.
We sued to try to stop that. The Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA, we sued against that. Right. We have gone in, we promoted legislation to give people post-conviction relief. So, for example, if as a younger person you got in trouble with the law, then you leading a good life, but then the immigration says, okay, you got in trouble 20 years ago, and now you got to go.
Right.
We can say, look, we want to bring a motion to the court and help people be able to get rid of that conviction so that they're not separated from their family.
Mm-hmm.
These are the kind of things we work on all the time. Sometimes it's in court. Sometimes it's advocating for fair legislation. Sometimes it's writing letters to our federal delegation. Sometimes it's suing the federal government. But we try to use all of our tools to protect citizens. So for example, in Nobles County, Minnesota, you know, in southern Minnesota, the sheriff was holding people in jail longer than the law allowed. So we sued to say you got to stop doing this.
What's that?
Because he was trying to hold them there for the ICE.
Oh.
You can't do that. You know, you got to be fair to people.
So Senator, as a senator of the states, what do you
Yeah.
stand on the deportations?
Now, you want me to speak Hmong or English?
Go with the English.
I'll go with the English.
Yeah.
Well, currently now I carry a bill to petition for those who may, have something in their past, but they may be misinformed or not informed well by their counsel when they signed the release. So and not knowing the law then, which 20, 30
that
years
was
ago.
20 years ago, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So they might sign the law, just to get out and have certain condition.
Right.
So my bill is that, I want to grant them another chance for petition for within the period of 2 years. So
This is post-conviction relief.
post-commission
Post-conviction,
relief.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm waiting to be this bill to be heard in committee right now,
Okay.
and it's already heard in the House, chiefed by Representative Mariani.
Yeah, because a lot of people in the community are very concerned about the deportations for those who's now home, they work, they establish a family, right? But they have a convention a long time ago.
Sure.
And they are afraid of being deportations, so they got family separate.
Sure, this is wrong. I think we should do all we can to keep families together. I mean, and when you think about the struggle that the Hmong people have had to endure, the Hmong veterans, the people who fought so hard, gave so much, to separate families like that, I think it's really an insult, and it's not right.
Right.
So we're going to try to stand with the people and keep families together.
Yeah, and each of us is doing our part. I'm doing my part as a state legislator.
Yes, you are. Thank you.
And Keith will have his part to do too, as he mentioned. This is very similar to the DACA issue.
Yeah.
So the governor is doing something about it. He made some statement already, but
Yep.
we're all moving there toward one direction, trying to help those are on the list of deportation. So.
Yeah, so we're working together because we believe that teamwork makes the dream work.
It is.
Yes,
Make it stronger, so they're more bonded to each other.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bonded
Very
to
true,
each
very
other.
true.
Yeah,
Do you want to tell people they
Yeah.
can give us a call here? And if anybody who's listening, we would like you to give us a call to the Consumer Division if you feel that you've been treated unfairly, that you've been scammed, or if your wages have been stolen away. We want to stand and work with you to get justice. So give us a call. Can you say this in Hmong?
Yeah. Go ahead. Phụ thuộc thật sâu nữa là nên lên từ mọi lối là chỉ sản nông lại mọi tây giả thì nó chỉ hậu này chỉ nhanh chẳng đối dụng này. Là những cái hoạt động thì thường chỉ là thường lúa office ở sản nông ở đầu chỉ ý ở chỗ đầu PP chỉ P. Bên mà muốn cho đó.
And I just want to add that due to the coronavirus scare,
Right, I was gonna-
people are rushing to purchase rice, and some store are price gouging.
Right.
So, should they call? And the
Give us a
answer is
call.
Right here. This is the number. Khai cho sân sự tụ để mấy phụ tôi sự tông nó trao chỉ ở chỗ trao bé chỉ bé đã mình mong ta tệ luôn một thùng cái gì nhang này mấy chỉ bao tại chỗ khu linh từ này là tệ cứ nơi bé sinh tu tu chỉ hạ plong tu nữa mà Attorney General này tệ nếu chỉ hạ plong tu cho ý lính tu đó chỉ mấy chỗ trong hủ tổ này là tệ hủ plong hạ plong tu cho ý bang sẽ chết rất là
So I just wanted to say, if you could say this in Hmong, that we won't know whether or not you're being treated fairly unless you call. So it's important to make the call. We don't just call around to find out if there's price gouging. We respond to complaints. So it's very important to make the complaint.
Yeah, totally. What Attorney General man had in honor, lấy những chữ bao để lên từ đầu gì là giàu nhà nào là what chính gia đầu yêu chủ ya bé khi là thiệp bao, ya bé khi lấy giờ lấy thiệp bao thì yêu coi giờ tới mình lấy nhà này giờ nên lên từ dạng chi,แต่อยากtới mình trong lên đó là sau sẽ đây ở khu trâu tụi nó mới là nó chỉ là mua nó chỉ là anh đi thành chỉ thành đây là thiệp bao yêu coi anh đó đi yêu ban đi tàu lấy nhà đồ tàu đây.
Thank you. Yes.
Now that I want to move into you, now that you mentioned about the coronavirus, right?
Yeah.
As a coronavirus, as an Attorney General of the states, what do you recommend for these people at home, the citizens? What should they do? What cannot they do? Not only that, I also want to add on top of it, because the coronavirus, as you see people around the world, they also hate crime come along with it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, so let me tell you, if anybody harms you or attacks you because you are of Asian ethnicity, you gotta call the police. You should also call the Attorney General. We will not tolerate this. We're gonna protect people. You know, the fact is that some people are trying to say, oh, this disease comes from China, so they attack people who they think are Chinese.
Right.
But it's not true. It's a hate crime. It's wrong, and we won't tolerate it. So that's important to note that. Let me also say too that the coronavirus is a virus that, for some people, if you're exposed to it, you might get sick, but you're not going to die. But for some people, if you're particularly older, if you have a history of being older and you smoke cigarettes, if you have health problems already, then you might be particularly vulnerable. And it is very important to be concerned. And there's a few precautions. One, wash your hands a lot. Wash your hands a lot. You should engage in social distancing. What that means is that rather than give a big hug to somebody, give them a big kiss, you know, for the next few months, just wave at them. For the next few months, just tell them I love you, but, you know, put your hand over your heart, you know, let them know you care, but, you know, social distancing.
Sure.
Also important to keep in mind that it's probably not a good idea to go to events where there's 250 people or more. Like sporting events, these probably are not a good idea. If they're lesser than 250, you may be okay to go as long as you're healthy, but you should try to keep, say, enough distance between yourself and others. And then if you're an older person or you might be at risk, you really shouldn't be in groups that are 10 or more. If you feel sick, if you're like, oh, I don't feel good, maybe you should stay home. Call the doctor, but it's sometimes when you're sick, you got to go to work. But nowadays, if you're sick, maybe just stay home until you feel better.
It's better that way.
It's better that way. So I think we need some translation.
Oh, you want to do that, Mom?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Mainly just reiterate what Attorney General Keith Ellison just said in Hmong. Tại sao lúc tới chào nó nên chi tụ cam món này, vậy cứ khát rồi là tại ta ý nó tại ta mấy mong ta tệ lỗ li hạt cho mấy bị mấy ta lang tại mấy tao hồ cứ Attorney General off mấy hồ tu chính sự vấn đề, xong lại mấy tao khát cho Attorney General lúc cầu trọng nó là mấy hồ cho lúc Department Human Rights là những tao tôi dạng, vậy lúc sau nó thì cứ bây tao tu sai số bây tu khen của hồ là kiến là cá hồ bây tao chỗ tệ tên đó chỗ tao lên tao hát sắp phun trên một sắp phun khóm một thầu gió nè, cứ thầu cứ có gió lên chẳng được bây tao số tệ nhàng khổng hồ như luôn, đó là thầu nhớ là chế nè, họ lúc sau nhớ tao nó để sao là phun trên một hát chỉ đây là ta nhiều cúi chế tên đó nè, để tao không cho nó chỉ cứ khu mò sai số thao là thầu hiền khu nè, để tao bù khẩn nhau ha, thao này họ cứ nhô cho bé giống mong ôm mà họ cứ tôi chỉ bù xí sầu kia nè, để bé hay hay này cái nhà tôi xí cổng nó chứ trong kia nè, để họ nhô cho bé thằng này số giờ có chỉ xí nhau là để xong một cổng lo, hay giờ có giờ ta chỉ mua hậu lực cú tờ để xong một cổng, tức họ chỉ chống ha, rồi họ mua ít từ cứ mua họ mua để nhớ tì nữa nó để vô tên mình ha rồi tàu nhớ cảเลยว่าเลยเจ้าฟีเต็นเดอร์นะเพื่อเจ้าตุเตอร์เต็นเดอร์นะเพื่อเดี๋ยวขณะที่เขาคือเป็นเตาเฉียวสื่อฮะอยู่เตาใช้เฉียวไอ้ชอบจริงฮะแต่是有เตาเฉียวสื่อก็ส่วนอย่างมองกำหัวฮะ就คือไม่กุ้ยเจริญแต่ไม่มองที่ทำหมอใช้พวกเขาใช้เฉียวใช้ปมโมเลนดาตาใช่ไหมเป็นเตาจอมอคือแต่ช่วงเป็นเตามาอะcho cứ muốn gì giờ tới chờ chắc ăn một sự nữa là để chỉ tàu tàu hoặc tại cho nhau hôm nay giờ lấy chặt là chơi sau một chỗ ròn đau mà rồi cho lấy hạt tết khó chỉ rong để chắc ăn rồi cho hai nền cứ nhà oxy nè nó để khó chỉ trên để chuyện hai chỗ sự để khó chơi mong về chậu tôi này chứ trong tên là
xin xưng sắp rồi nhớ bây giờ bên mùa chuyện hồi đầu hồi chợ nó là giáo sĩ lúc kho
là chỉ phát hiện
we talk about some going to funeral home too in the community.
Brought out culture into forefront now about this issue.
It's important to be careful. So, and also too, whenever you're washing your hands, use soap, hot soap and water, and you know the happy birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Sing it twice. Sing it 2 times.
For those who don't know, now it's time to learn how to sing.
Right. But you want to do about 20 seconds worth of hand washing.
Right.
And that's what we need to do. Also, too, if you go and you buy like hand sanitizer, mask, if you get a test. Because for COVID-19, if they charge you an exorbitant amount of money, like an extra lots of money, you got to let us know. This is called price gouging, and we will respond. But we need to know this is an issue. We've gotten a lot of calls that people have been wanting to get rice just in case they can't leave the house. They need food there,
Right.
and so we've heard that there've been some prices that went way up, and so this is something that we need people to tell us about, because this is unfair, and we're not going to
Don't use the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Don't use the opportunity to do that. This is a pandemic. This is a serious problem. This is a problem in the United States, a problem in Italy, problem in China, problem in Iran, problem all over the world, and it's not the moment for people to do inhumane things like say, oh, this is a chance for me to make a lot of money. No, this is a chance for you to do the right thing. Yeah.
เขาหาช่วยจากเราปาคือเขาโมกักคือแต่เดี๋ยวเราก็ไม่เขาลูกโชว์สุดละให้ซ้อนเย็นตรงเป็นนั่นดาวฮะทุกคนแต่ช่วยจะเป็นเสียงเรากูหูสุดตรงโตโจคีเราเราสนุกออกเฟสตาโมจากกักคือเราบนเย่ดาวท้องหัวนะจีนเย่อีออดอลลาร์ส่วนเย่เก่าแต่ดอลลาร์แล้วนะเย่เขาเนาะขาดสุดแต่จะคือโมกักคือเราจะโตลูกโชว์เป็นเสียงฮะเราเป็นเสียงเราเป็นโมเขาเราปังโจโจเป็นเสียงฮะthằng đấy họ đang khi thải của nó càng lợi họ ở hải ý chí họ cứ cho cứ nhau cho kiến nó càng học hú này nó chỉ hai số kiến nó càng học hú là họ nói họ kiến nó càng học hú là ha rồi chỉ chính trong lời cho cứ cho chi chồng cho sau nè rồi chỉ yếu tố做得大yếu tố做得大sau một cổ nó còn họ đâu rồi họ lấy bây giờ cho chi chồng cho càng học nó lấy của chi cho tại trong mà bây chính một món tàu hả cho lô nó mà tí tàu cá mó hả hoặc cho của là tiếng tí chỉ số tàu bây giờ là chỉ cho lâu trăm cú na cho chỉ số để hai giờ tí chỉ tàu là na để nếu chỉ tại mấy tàu từ cá mò này mấy yếu mong lại chẳng chỉ mà cứ cho cứ cho chỉ số là sau để tàu từ cá mò tại nếu mò nhàng lô tôi lên xuống tàu ha yếu khu nhiều lô lại na để cứ khó khá cho cứ họ muốn nó nhong là có chỗ sự hát họ để họ chỉ nhong một sĩ công là sau một sĩ công hay hồ sơ đông sẽ là yên tàu hả
là giờ cho thì tôi mua món rồi
để tôi mua
mình chỉ thấy hiện chỉ từng rồi giờ hai giờ lót tua.
We really want to build our Hmong staff. The Hmong staff are hardworking, highly intelligent, help people out, believe in the public service, and so we're looking for more. So it's a challenge that we're taking on. When I got here, we didn't have enough diversity. I've been here about a year, and it's a goal of ours to have more people representing the community. So that's kind of what we want to do. But look, so we want to make sure that people are applying, that people know we want them here, and, but it's a challenge, and I just want to tell you that I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with our progress. We haven't made enough progress. We need to make more. And so we want to encourage people to continue to apply, and this is a goal of mine to hire more Hmong staff.
And now I want to keep this dialogue on a quarterly basis, so that you can always report it to the community, especially Hmong community and other community at large, so that we sort of know what's happening over here.
Well, so we need to come back next quarter, and we'll schedule it, and we'll be on in at least 4 times a year, maybe more than that. There might be new information we want to share, and so that would be an important thing.
And, at some time down the road, when, all this, public health issue subside, we want to come to the community.
Right, this is very important.
Attorney General Keith Ellison has been in conversation with the 18 Clan Council, and we plan to host a forum at Hmong Village so that the community can come and participate and ask him, question freely. So,
that's right.
So we're planning to set that date up so that, everybody will be aware and everybody can attend. So
That's very true.
All right.
if you don't have any question, I'll insert a subject matter.
Please do that.
And I did so a number of times, but I want to have encouragement from our Attorney General. I have opportunity in the community a lot to remind people to when the Census 2020 come around.
Census.
And I did so in Hmong a number of times already, but it's good for people to hear.
To hear from you.
From our Attorney General to encourage.
Well, if you could help me with interpretation.
I will. Yeah.
I want to encourage everyone in the Hmong community to participate in the census. Your information is secret. Once you give it, the government cannot share it with anyone. But if you don't give it and you're not counted, this will reduce the population of Minnesota, and we'll get fewer resources to be able to deal with the population. And there are 400 streams of money that come from the federal government to Minnesota based on the census. So if you live here but you're not counted, that's going to weaken our state. So we need you to participate in the census. Everyone should count, everyone should matter. So participate in the census, please.
So it's more like your body is here, but you're not existing.
Right. It's exactly true.
Yeah. So, and the census is different slightly from voting is people who are eligible to vote.
Right.
But the census is everybody.
Everybody.
And you shouldn't be afraid to do it. And at the same time, we're just talk about those who may be on the list for deportation. This is where we confirm that they're a good citizen and they have family members, extended family that are here. That's how we prove that, we can be sent back now because we have family here.
Right.
So it's important to participate in the census, and I'm going to shift it to Hmong here.
Sure.
Attorney General. So, go hu cho short la cho lu plau lin lu ai thao ku jan dong da census ning go na. To zu de ko chon is to bang o ha chi dan da ha ko ja thoi cho ha bang o ha thong da cho ku lo na me san ta ho lu na me mo cho census 2020 lu website na me cha ho lu mu tao pon la ko the nya zhong to shi. Khó cứ bê cho nó mà giờ sinh bê sinh, giờ bê bao ta cái ilu sinh từ một bê sinh bảo lấy chả na, họ bê sinh từ na, nó để bộ chính phủ yêu bang chỗ cho bảo lên đó là bây giờ ta có chi khá ta có nhau nó này cứ chính phủ yêu sáng nhà lấy chả thôi có chi nhau nó là bây giờ ta nhau hôm nay ta nói mua bảo lên từ bê sinh người giờ họ nó sẽ để cái lo chỉ tổ bang bảo là họ sẽ lo chỉ bang trang họ cứ yêu ta là nó để cuộc sống của họ chỉ trên tham đầu ta bên nhà hạt dù họ cứ để cho những chi tế mình cứ sang cho quốc tế của China mấy cái chi phiếu cho nó khá tại mấy họ ít cho tôi hình nhau nó ha tận ta nè để cho mấy cứ mấy ti cứ chúng mấy nhau tôi trẻ chỉ là tại mấy một cho mấy hai mấy cứ mấy ti cho trở lên cho nhau lúc trẻ tỏ đó là mấy cho của chi số hồ nhau để khá rất là license mà biết chúng một khó lúc cứ chỉ cậu là lúc bác sẽ làm mong nữa nè, ok nhưng cho ta other Asian นะหรือจะต้นเหตุตั้งละเว้ยแต่ไม่เตาโศกขนาดเท่านั้นไม่เตาช่องขนาดมองส่วนนั้น
mấy cái rồi
mấy
thì
cái
số tàu nhập mông
thì cho nên có một hạt chỗ khó cứ nhang sai cho nên lộ trình một bên bể cho hú thì có hạt chỗ khó dinh nữa nó thì bây giờ bố một chạy cho béขาด แต่ bây giờ tụi lấy từ tận tận nó thì phú bé sau แต่ bây giờ mông rồi nè thì sau mấy tụi kia là bây giờ thái làหรือหายเนงเหรอไม่ต่อsau แต่ bây giờ mông là cái ban chỗ chính phủ lưu thay là sẽ là một lúc để cho nó mong bây giờ tụi mong bây giờ tụi bé sinh đấy cha bây giờ mong ha mong bây giờ tụi mình nhồi nhau lúc trẻ nó ha nè rong nó chẳng nè cái sao lại lúc ban chỗ bé xong rồi cứ dỗ tròn đầu cho chuyện general khi là sản sinh cổ khu bé ít chọn mong ha cái họ tổ một sản ở chỗ của hà rất là ha họ chắc hẳn cổ huy lượng gì hà chỗ mong rất là ha
yeah especially cho tung sai rồi yêu hộ lực chứ hộ lực quá and for those who don't have a job Census have a job for you.
I think they're paying like $15 an hour, if not more.
I got it, no, say $22.
22?
Ramsey County
27?
27 now.
That's
Hey.
not bad.
It's better than when I started. I only made 15. I only made to 10.
That's right. So this is good money.
yeah good money
It's good money.
Sure.
How long? Do you know how long the job last?
I think if I go till June and July until the end of the process.
It's a summer job for students.
I encourage, the other day I have a chance to speak at the 18th Clan Council. I said, all you clan leaders, why don't you each of you get a job at the census?
And donate your money to organizations.
Yeah, each Hmong leader just
Well,
get a job, and then you have your family, your clan to fill it out.
Well, it would allow you to talk to community members, to put your hand on the pulse
Yeah.
of what the community is feeling, what they're thinking, what they're going through. It's a very good way to engage community. So I hope that people participate.
Yeah.
All right, kids, Tony's taking off your time.
Thank you so much
for your time.
Thank you.
We will continue to talk more in every quarter.
Yeah.
And we can come back. You can update about things that you have done for the last quarter here for the community.
Well, I accept that offer, and I thank you very much. Help me hire more Hmong staff.
Okay.
Make sure you wash your hands a lot,
There you go.
and participate in the census. And call us if you have a problem.
When I need to let you get what sort of name to challenge your moon pay here. Name to mua had a temple city, tell what Chinjan to you low pay to you low. Later, Jahatala, Lacomia, Cake, Lomo, and Jaysia, Lomona Chicho, Sena, Nuhutu Nambona to Chito, Tochi, Archo, Pepe, Chi Painter, to the Yatuna, and I would to a Jalen of Peter Yatamanta, a machine to Choto, Regular.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you again.
Well, good job. We'll see you soon.